Hello, brothers and sisters and friends.
弟兄姐妹朋友，大家好。
It's good that we have this opportunity again to gather this way.
很感恩我们有这个机会，我们可以这样子来聚会。
I think it's been nearly 6 weeks now since we were in this lockdown
我
situation.
们在这个被关在家里的情况呢，有将近6个星期了。
And I don't know whether it's become a little bit more of a normality for us.
不知道这个情况对我们是不是更加正常了呢？
Is it something which we are now,
是不是我们已经习惯了呢？
or perhaps it's something which is really frustrating?
还是呢，对我们来说呢，是非常的烦呢？
Perhaps there's uncertainty, which is
对我们来说，可能有很多的未知数，
with our job,
无论是我们的工作，
with perhaps our salary or our
无论
finance.
是我们的工资，还是我们的财政，
Perhaps we're worried about our children's
或者我们
education.
担心我们的小朋友的教育，
Perhaps we were meant to have exams and we're worried about them being cancelled in our
或许我们
grades.
有考试，我们担心我们的考试被取消，还是我们考试的分数。
I think in all of these things, it's really important that we continue to look to the Lord for our peace and our security.
在这一切的事情里面呢，我们十分需要仰望主，让我们心里面有平安和稳妥。
This week, we'd like to try something a little
这个
bit.
星期呢，我想尝试一些不一样的。
I'd like to try and start with a short chorus for us to
我
sing
想我
together.
们开始聚会之前，我们一起唱一段短的诗歌。
You'll need to be on mute so you don't interrupt the call.
在你唱这个诗歌的时候呢，请你把你的那个麦克风关掉，以至于不会影响这个的声音。
But we're going to have the words on screen and the music so we
可
can
是我
sing
们
together.
会在荧幕上有歌词和音乐，我们可以一起唱。
So I'd like us to sing Yesterday, Today,
我想我们
Forever.
唱是昨日、今日，直到永远。
It's a very short chorus,
是一首很短的诗歌，
but actually it reminds us that in all of these changing circumstances, Jesus
可
is
是
the
它
same.
却提醒我们，在这所有一切转变的环境里面，耶稣是一样的。
He's our certainty, He's our hope.
他是我们的确据，是我们的盼望。
And brothers and sisters, we should continue to look to Him as everything else around us changes.
弟兄姐妹，我们应该要继续的去仰望他，注视他。当周围的事情在改变的时候，我们一起来唱这首诗歌，我们唱2次。
So brothers and sisters, hopefully that worked for our hymn.
我希望刚才这个诗歌呢，我们能够唱到。
Shall we now commit the time we have this afternoon to the Lord in prayer?
或许我们将今天下午这段时间在祷告里面交给主。
Dear Lord, we thank you that we again have the opportunities to come
主
before
啊，我们感谢你，我们再有机会来到你的面前。
Lord, we thank you that yesterday, today, forever, you are
主，我们
the
感
same.
谢你，昨日、今日，直到永远，你都是一样。
And Lord, as the chorus says, everything may change, but you are
就
forever.
像这个诗歌说，一切都改变，可是你永不改变。
Lord, we thank you that in this time of
主，我们
uncertainty,
感谢你，
we can still look to you and trust
在
in you.
这一段时间，虽然有很多的未知数，可是我们可以仰望你，我们可以信靠你。
Lord, we pray that we'll continue to always learn to put our faith truly
主
in
啊，
you.
我们求你帮助我们，可以学习常常的将我们的信心放在你那里。
We commit this
我们
time
将
to
这段
you.
时间交给你，奉主耶稣的名，阿门。
Amen. So I'd like to perhaps just share some of my learning over the last year or so, in the last few months.
我想交通我在过去几个月，过去一年的学习。
I suppose you might say that this is almost my Thanksgiving for last year.
或许你可以说，这是我对过去一年的感恩。
And perhaps it seems a little bit late because we're now almost nearly 5 months into
或
2020.
许是觉得有点迟，因为我们现在已经在将近5个月的到在2020年里面。
Last few months that God has really made a few things, or last few weeks that God has really made a few things clear to me.
实际上呢，是在过去这几个星期，神给我看见一些东西。
I'd also like to share a few things from our English Bible study.
我也想交通一些从我们的英文组查经的事情。
And as Daniel, Carson, and Alan have already mentioned, we're studying the Minor Prophets.
就好像 Alan、丹尼和 Carson 已经说过了，我们现在在查这个小先知书。
And I think, as Daniel has also mentioned, it's sometimes very easy to just think these books are all very, very similar and all the same.
丹尼也有交通过了，我们很容易觉得这些的先知书，他们说的东西都是很相似一样的。
So many different points and different learnings we can pick out from these books.
但是实际上呢，很多的学习我们是从这些书里面可以看得到。
And I really thank the Lord for the opportunity to have these sharing and learnings with brothers and sisters.
所以我是非常感谢主，我们跟弟兄姐妹可以有在这些查经里面有一同的学习。
I think over the last couple of years, with regards to the Bible study,
在过去的2年，就是关于这个查经的。
while Alan, Carson, and Daniel have been learning to lead the Bible study, God has given me a slightly different guidance.
就是神给 Alan、Danny 和 Carson 就是这学期去带这个查经，可是主给我的学习有一点不一样。
I think God has been telling me to really learn to, or take the time to really study His Word more in depth.
神给我这个学习是用多一点的时间，去更加深入的去读神的话。
And while perhaps I might not be leading Bible study, I'm still preparing and actually probably reading more than I would if I had been leading the Bible
虽
study.
然我没有在带领这些查经，可是实际上我可能比我要带领查经预备更多的时间。
And I don't really understand how, but I feel that over the last year or so, God has really revealed more of His Word to me.
我不知道怎么样说，可是在过去这一年里面，神将他的话更多的向我打开。
And I really thank God for that
我很
revelation.
感谢神，他给我的启示。
I think in meetings we've shared as well how in our Sunday meetings we've shared how it's important to read
在我
God's Word.
们星期日的聚会，我们有说到，就是读神的话非常重要。
And really over the last couple of years, I found that if you take the time to really read God's Word and understand it, He will speak to you through it.
我就说，如果在这几年，如果我们真的是用时间认真的去读神的话，神一定会对我们说话。
And brothers and sisters, perhaps in this time where we have maybe a little bit more time on our hands,
弟兄姐妹，或是在现在的这段时间，我们有更多的时间，
we should take the opportunity to read more of
我
God's
们应
word.
该利用这个时间去多读神的话。
And there are so many resources which you can find online to really help you interpret and understand God's
在网
word.
上呢，也有很多资源可以帮助我们去阅读和理解神的话。
I thought perhaps I'd pick out some of the points we've read from some of the minor prophets.
我想就是跟大家概括一下我们在从查小先知书里面所看到的一些点。
One of the books we read was
我们
Jonah.
读的其中一本书是约拿书。
Actually, this book isn't about a fish. It's really about God's dealing with one of his prophets.
这本书呢，不是关于那条大鱼，而是神如何去对付这个他的先知约拿。
We won't read through the book. It's very short. It's 4 chapters. You can perhaps do
我们
it
不会
yourself.
读这本书，这本书只有4章，很短，自己可以读。
But perhaps I'll give a very quick overview of some of the points.
可是我会给你一个一个概括关于这本书的点。
Basically, Jonah was asked to go and preach to Nineveh.
约拿呢，就是被神吩咐去尼尼微这个城市。
So Nineveh is the capital of Assyria.
尼尼微这个城市呢，是亚述的首都。
And Jonah didn't want to go, and he didn't want to go and
那
preach.
约拿呢，是不想去对这些的人去传道。
And actually, it's really completely
其实
understandable.
呢，他的心情我们是可以理解的。
The Assyrians were a very wicked nation.
亚述人呢，他们是非常的邪恶的这个一个国度。
Historically, they were one of the most powerful armies.
在历史里面，他们是其中一队最强的军队。
They were very, very
就
cruel.
他们呢，确实非常的残酷。
And they were an enemy of Israel, and they persecuted.
他们是以色列人的敌人，他们呢也是去逼迫这个
And
以色列
actually, in
人。
this book of Jonah, what you find is that he can't understand why God would ever want to save them.
在这个约拿书里面呢，约拿他不理解为什么神要去拯救他们，
And he can't understand what God is trying
他也
to
不
do.
能理解神到底是在想要做什么。
And actually, he has a very, very bad attitude towards it. And the end of the book is basically Jonah sulking.
那这个约拿在整件事情里面呢，他有一个不好的态度。在这本书的最后那里呢，他其实呢就是发脾气。
And if we look at Jonah chapter 4,
如
verse
果我
9,
们看约拿书第4章第9节，
so Jonah chapter 4, verse 9,
约拿书第4章第9节，
here Jonah is saying to the Lord in his sulking state, he says, I have good reason to be angry, even to death.
佢話我發怒以至於死都合乎你。
And brothers and
他
sisters,
说
I don't
我
know
发
whether this
怒，约拿书
sometimes
第4章第9
we
节
have，
我
sometimes
发怒以至于
it
死，
was.
我唔知道我
也是合常理的。
我呢咁嘅事情都發生我哋身上，我有咁嘅感覺。
不知道有没有些时候，有些事情发生在我们身上，我们有这个感觉。当神不给我们要想要走的路，还是我们不明白的时候，我们就发怒了。
Perhaps we sulk and become frustrated.
还是我们就是发脾气，我们就是
發神嘅脾氣
想就是发怒。
More recently, we've been reading the book of Habakkuk.
最近呢，我们就读这个哈巴谷书，
And again, it's a book with another one of God's prophets.
这个也是神和另外一个先知的
Another
他
really
们的
short
这
book,
个
just 3 chapters this time.
对话交谈，也是一本很短的书，只有3章。
Perhaps, brothers and sisters, you can take the time to read through those 3 chapters in your own time.
弟兄姐妹，你很容易的，也可以读完这3章的经文。
But even though he's another prophet, here there's such a big contrast with Jonah.
虽然他也是另外一个先知，可是他跟约拿却有很大的差别。
Habakkuk's another prophet who again doesn't understand what God is doing.
哈巴谷呢，他也是不理解神在做什么。
In this book, the Chaldeans, another enemy of Judah, is being used by God to punish
在
his
这本
people.
书呢，就是另外一个以色列的敌人，加勒底人，神是用着他们去惩罚犹大。
And the whole of chapter 1 is basically Habakkuk asking God, why is this happening?
就是哈巴谷书的第一章，就是哈巴谷就是一直在问神，为什么这事情是这样子发生呢？
He can't understand why such a wicked nation is being used
他
by
不能够
God.
理解为什么一个那么邪恶的民族会被神去使用呢？
And in Habakkuk chapter 2 verse
在哈巴谷书的第2章第1节，
what we see is that Habakkuk comes before God and waits to hear from him.
我们就看到哈巴谷来到神的面前，在神的面前等候。
So Habakkuk chapter 2 verse
哈巴谷书第2章第1节，
and it says here, I will stand on my guard post and station myself on the rampart, and I will keep watch to see what he will speak to me and how I may reply when I am reproved.
我要站在守望所，立在望楼上观看，看耶和华对我说什么话，我可用什么话向他诉冤。
And if we contrast this to Jonah, it seems very different.
如果我们跟约拿做比较的话，我们就看见很不一样。
Habakkuk here is really coming and waiting before God and leading and waiting for God's leading and
哈
guiding.
巴谷呢，就真的是来到神的面前，等待神的带领，神的指示。
It talks about him standing at his
这
guard.
里说到他站在守望所，
It gives you that impression of someone a little bit like a soldier looking out, looking for something, looking for a sign.
就是给好像一个士兵在守望，在看有什么的现象。
Being really earnest in that waiting before our Lord.
在主的面前很真诚的在等候主。
And actually, straight after that, in verse 2,
之后在第2节呢，
we see that God has answered, and it says, Then the Lord answered me and said.
神就回答他，对他说。
And I think from this you can see that when you really truly wait before the Lord, He will
所
answer
以我
you.
们看到，如果我们真的是在神的面前等候的时候，神会答复我们。
And actually, chapter 2 of Habakkuk shows you how Habakkuk really starts to understand the Lord's heart and what
那
the
在
Lord
哈
wants.
巴谷的书第2章，我们也看到哈巴谷呢，就是渐渐的明白神的心意。
I'll come back to some of the learning from the Bible study in a moment, but perhaps I'll move on to a short Thanksgiving.
我会再继续说到我们在查经里面的学习。现在呢，我想先说一些简短的感恩。
I think I should definitely give thanks for the fact that my family and my in-laws' family are all healthy.
我真的要感谢神，我的家人还有太太的家人，他们都健康。
Particularly where my father-in-law has cancer, but actually it seems to be under control.
就好像我的岳父他有癌症，可是呢，却是受到控制的。
Actually, though, for me, a large chunk of my life seems to be work at the moment.
对我来说呢，现在我的时间很多的生活的时间都是用在工作上面。
And I think actually I really need to give thanks to the Lord for His leading and guiding in my work last
是
year.
我却非常感谢神，在我过去1年，他在我工作上面的带领和指示。
I think last year was really a very good year from a work perspective.
去年呢，在我的工作的方面呢，是一件非常好的1年。
I think if I'm looking at some of the things which happened last year, I was asked to speak at quite a few conferences.
就是在过去年呢，我在被邀请去在几个的会议里面去说话。
And actually, I really don't like public speaking at all.
可是呢，我却不喜欢在大众面前说话。
And I really thank the Lord for helping me through those different talks I had to do.
我实在非常感谢神，帮助我在那些的 我要去说话演讲的里面帮助我。
And there's some really strange things that happened. At one of the conferences I was meant to be speaking at, I was eating lunch.
其中一个会议里面呢，我要说话的时候呢，其实我是在吃午餐的。然后呢，对我来说呢，非常不寻常的，因为我在吃这个沙律。
And a chickpea basically rolled down my shirt and left a stain down my shirt.
然后呢，有一个豆呢，它就跌在我的上衣上面，然后就留了一些痕迹在上面。可是呢，当我就是穿上这个西装的时候呢，就刚刚盖住了那个肮脏的地方，以至于我去说话的时候，没有人看到那些痕迹。在这些很小，可是又感觉非常幽默的事情，我们都可以看见神的手在那里。也有一些非常奇妙的事情发生。
I think in March last year, I was named in the top 100 data people in the UK.
在上一年的3月份，我是被列入在英国头100个就是在这个资料方面最重要的人物之一。在7月的时候呢，我们的那组呢，就是被列为全英国最好的就是5组之一。
In September, somehow I won an award for Leader of the Year.
在9月的时候，我赢了一个就是上一年的最佳的领袖的奖。
And I really have to thank God for these because it was completely unexpected last year.
我实在是非常感谢神，因为这些东西都是我没有期望神给我的。
And from an external perspective, from a world perspective, it was really an outstanding year.
从一个外面世界的人的观点，我的确有一个非常好的一年。
And one of the things which I'd been waiting for before God last year was around my job.
在上去年，我其中间在等候神的事情是关乎我的工作的。
I wanted to have a job which was more based in Southampton.
我想要有一份工作是比较多的时间在南安普顿的。
And I wanted a job which was just significantly less traveling than I was
我
doing.
想要有一份工作是可以比较少的去出外工作的。
And in the summer there was a period of 3 weeks where 3 jobs came up in Southampton for my type of speciality.
在上年的7月的时候，就是暑假的时候，有3份的工作，就是在我的那一方面的出现，都是在南安普顿的。
And it was all of them were almost a perfect match for my CV.
这些的工作呢，都与我的履历呢，就是非常的适合的。
And when I talked it through with people at in my company and a few other people, they were all convinced that I was right for those jobs.
当我跟这些公司的人去讨论的时候，他们都一同觉得这3份工作是适合我的。
And I was also absolutely convinced in my waiting before the Lord that it was His provision.
我也是非常确信，在我的等候里面，神是为我预备这些工作。
Because He'd given me a really good year externally, and then He'd made these.
因为他给了我在我一个非常好的一年。
And then He'd made these jobs available, these alternative jobs available in
然后
Southampton.
他又在这些工作在南安普顿可以有这些工作给我申请。
Never happens. All of these jobs are usually based in London.
这些事情从来很少发生的，因为这些工作通常都是会基于在伦敦的。
So I applied for these
然后
jobs.
我就去申请这些工作。
One of them I turned down.
其中一份呢，我就是不接受。
And then the other two I got to the final stage but didn't get it.
其他2份呢，我去到就是这个面试的最后一个阶段，可是我却得不到那些工作。
And the worst thing about the internet is that you can go and search and find out who really did get it.
然後呢，就是最不好的就是我可以上網去找到誰得到這份工作。
可以揾到邊個人咧係得到呢啲工作。
And actually, I had a look at them, and I thought, oh, they're not as good as me in terms of what.
然後我看到這些人，我就覺得啊，他們沒有我好，可是為什麼他們卻得到這些工作呢
？But actually, the thing perhaps which was most frustrating was that I was absolutely convinced that God had told me to apply for.
對我來說，最無奈的是我是非常確信神為我預備這些工作的。
And I was a bit confused. I think I was a little bit annoyed at God for a bit, maybe a little bit like Jonah.
所以我有一些的彷徨，然後我覺得就好像對神有點覺得不開心，或就好像約拿一樣，還是像約拿一樣的在發脾氣。
This year, in the last few weeks, that God has really revealed to me why He made me apply for those roles.
可是呢，在今年的前幾個星期，神才真的是向我啟示為什麼他叫我申請這些工作。
And more importantly, what He wanted me to learn from it.
更重要的，他要我在這些工作裡面有什麼學習。
So as I mentioned, we've been reading Habakkuk.
好像我剛才提到的，我們在讀哈巴谷書。
And that talks about really waiting before God.
那是說到真的是在神的面前等候。
Obviously, the last few weeks has been dominated in the news about coronavirus.
在過去的幾個星期呢，我們的新聞呢都是被這個新冠狀病毒充滿着。
And the 3 jobs which I applied for last year were in different industries.
那我去年申請的3份工作是在3個不同的領域裡面。
One of them was a utility company.
其中一個呢，就是一個電的公司。
服務行業嘅好似水電啊、煤氣嗰類嘅公司。
Their business strategy is to advertise during Premier League football games.
他們的工作呢，就是要去去做一些廣告給這個在這個英超的工作英超的比賽，在現在的情況裡面呢，不是一個好的工作。
Another one was in the airline industry.
另外一個呢，是在航空公司的
公司嘅工作。
And then the final one was in a retail sector.
最後一個呢，是在這個零售業的。
And in all of these industries, there's so much disruption going on.
在這些所有的公司裡面，在最近有很多受到影響。
And when I compare it to my current job in telecoms,
當我與這些我現在的工作在這個電訊公司裡面來比較，現在每個人都要用寬頻。就可以看到真的是神的恩典，我沒有去移到去別的公司裡面工作。我感謝神，因為着他的智慧。
I think from my perspective, I knew that it was important to ask God and seek for the right thing.
從我的角度，覺得就是要在神面前等候，求在神面前看為對的事情是重要的。
But I think I had to learn that just because you wait before God for something, it doesn't mean that He's going to give that to you.
可是我另外一個學習就是，就算我在神的面前等候一些事情，不代表他一定要給我們。
And that sometimes God may ask you to do something which seems counterintuitive to help you learn something in the future.
有時候呢，神要你做一些好像你覺得跟你的想法是相反的，可是呢，卻是讓你在未來的日子有一些的學習。
我
學習到的就是我們未必可以時常都 明白到神对为我们做的决定，
but you might have to wait
可是我们却是要等候他，
before he'll really reveal himself to you.
然后他才能够向我们启示。
I think, brothers and sisters, as Christians, you know that it's important to bring things before
我
God.
们作为基督徒呢，我们知道非常重要是把事情带到神的面前。
We all know the verse, ask and it will be given to
我们
you.
都知道经文说，祈求的就会得着。
But when things don't go our way, when it appears that God isn't answering our prayers, what
可
do
是
we
当
do?
事情不是去到我们所需要的方向，然后神好像没有在答复我们的祷告的时候，我们应该做什么呢？
Do we still wait before him and ask what he's trying to teach
我们是不
us?
是还是在他面前等候，问他要教导我们什么呢？
Or are we like Jonah and like me, where we just sulk and get angry with
还
God?
是你像就是约拿一样，还是像我一样，就是我们就是对神发脾气，对神发怒呢？
I think part of this Christian walk or our learning with the Lord
在我们与主的同行的路上要学习的，
I think firstly is learning to commit things to
第一件
God.
事情就是学习将事情交托给神。
I think secondly there's that accepting and trusting of his decisions for us, even if they aren't what
第
we
二件事
want.
情就是去相信他为我们做的这个决定，虽然这个决定不是我们想要的。
And then thirdly, I think there's that patience and waiting to understand his will for
第
us.
三件事情呢，就是那个耐心去明白神对我们的旨意。
I think if I take it back to some of the things I've learnt in the Bible study over the last few months,
如果我们回到连上我们在过去这几个月在这个查经里
there's
面的
two
学
prophets
习，
here. There's Jonah and there's Habakkuk.
我们有约拿，有哈巴谷两个先知，
Both of them believed in God.
他们两位都是信神的。
Neither of them understood exactly what God was
他们
doing
两
at
个
the time.
在当时也不明白神到底在做什么，
But how did they respond? It was so
可
different.
他们怎么样去回应
You
是
know,
不
there's
一样的，
almost two different types of spiritual maturity almost before God.
就好像有两种不同样的属灵上面的成熟度。
There's one who's almost sulking,
其中一个呢，就是好像在发脾气，
and then there's another who's really coming before the Lord and earnestly waiting.
另外一个呢，就是真的是来到神的面前，真诚的在等待他。
And what we find is that as he waits before God, God reveals himself to
我
him.
们就看到，当他真的是在神的面前等候的时候，神就将自己向他启示。
I think if we come back to Habakkuk, the last chapter,
如
chapter
果我们
3,
回到哈巴谷书第3章，
this chapter is really a chapter of praise from Habakkuk.
这一章呢，就是哈巴谷对神的赞美。
And you might think that's a bit strange because all around him, the people of Judah are being disciplined.
你或许觉得很奇怪，因为在他周围的大人呢，好像是被神管
Yeah,
教
when。you read the last two verses of Habakkuk, so Habakkuk chapter 3 verses 18 and 19,
可是当我们读到哈巴谷书最后一章的时候，第19节，
it says in chapter 3 verse 18, Yet I will exult in the Lord, I will rejoice in the God of my salvation. And then in verse 19, the Lord God is my
在
strength.
哈巴谷书第3章18节说到：“然而我要因耶和华欢心，因救我的神喜乐。主耶和华是我的力
And then
量。”
also, well, if we start from verse 18, that Habakkuk here is exalted in the Lord, and I will rejoice in the God of my salvation.
在18节那边说到，他因耶和华欢心，因救我的神喜乐。
I think, brothers and sisters, are we also able to rejoice in the Lord?
弟兄姐妹，我们能不能够在神的里面去喜乐呢？
Even if things aren't necessarily going in our
就算
way,
事情未必发生如我们所想的一样，
are we still able to trust that He is the one who's going to work things out
我
for our
们
good?
会不会相信他就是行事是为了我们的好处呢？
Is the Lord our strength, as Habakkuk
主耶和华是不是我们的力量呢？就如哈巴谷所说的，
or are we just want to kind of try and rely on our own strength?
还是我们是尝试去依靠我们自己的力量？
I think, brothers and sisters, now in this time of uncertainty,
弟兄姐妹，在这段充满未知的时间里面，
perhaps we may not understand what's happening.
或许我们不明白什么事情在发生，为什么要这样子发生。
But may we really look to the Lord for our strength.
可是，希望我们真的可以仰望主，从他那里得到力量。
May we look to the Lord that He will really help us understand what's going on and why He's doing something.
让我们真的是仰望主，让我们能够明白他为什么这样子做，
Don't be like
不要
Jonah,
像约拿一样。
but more like Habakkuk, even if we don't get our answers straight
可
away.
是我们要像这个哈巴谷一样，虽然我们未必能够得到这个立即的答复。
Try and sing
我想再唱另外一首诗歌，
so just the first verse of the hymn, My Heavenly Father watches over
这
me.
是诗歌的第一节，就是天父看
And
顾
may we
我。
remember that God is always there watching over us.
希望我们也可以记得，我们的天父时常都在看顾我们。
Likewise, it seems to me that the Bible studies that we've been having with on Saturday in the English Bible study group.
同样的，在我们星期六英文组的查经，
That how appropriate, in fact, these words of God is for us during this time.
神在这些的查经里面的话语，对我们现在的时间是非常的合适。
And it may well seem that a lot of times that a lot of things said may be very repetitive.
很多时候感觉可能在这些经文里面所说的东西都是非常的重复的，
But yet it is God's urgency towards us.
可是呢，却是神的非常迫切的对我们说话。
Again and again, it seems God is sending out His prophets to His people to talk to them, to indeed want them to understand.
好像一次又一次的神都是在差遣他的先知去对他的人说话，希望他们能够明白。
And it seems for us, to me anyway, the book of Habakkuk is so relevant for this time of crisis.
对我来说，这个哈巴谷书呢，在我们现在所经历的这些困难里面，是非常的合适的、合时宜的。
Jason has given an outline.
Jason 刚才给我们了一个概括。
I don't think there's time to go through the book of Habakkuk.
我想我们也没有时间去详细的去看哈巴谷书。
If anything, if I think that if I were to share on the book of Habakkuk, I would require brothers and sisters to read it beforehand.
如果我要交通这个哈巴谷书的时候，我希望弟兄姐妹可以先读了一遍，我再交通。
Read it 2 or 3 times at least.
或许要读2-3遍。
Well, unlike Christian Chan, who will probably ask you to read 10 to 20 times.
不像这个陈锡珍弟兄，他或许教你读20-30次。
Like it says, that there is not the time at the moment to share on the book of Habakkuk, although it seems to me that what's being said there is so relevant for us.
虽然现在今天不会交通这个哈巴谷书，可是在哈巴谷书里面的话语呢，对我们现在的时间呢是非常的适合。
Not too long ago, a sister was saying this.
在不久之前呢，有一个姐妹就这样子说了。
We are living a very unique time here and now.
我们现在这个生活呢是一个非常独特的时间。
Praise the Lord.
感谢主。
And I was thinking, although she didn't explain herself,
虽然她没有去解释她自己所说的话，
I was thinking, how many of us would
可是我在想，我们有多少个人会这样子说呢？
Sure, we will agree the fact that it is a unique time, unprecedented.
我们或许会就都认同，现在是一个有史以来的没有过的非常独特的一段时间。
But what I'm thinking is that how many of us would say, praise
可是
the
我
Lord?
们有多少个人可以说赞美主呢？
How many of us are able to see through all these circumstances around us to still be able to praise
我们多少个可以经历过现在的这个所发生的事情，仍然能说赞美主？
when, as said, we don't understand perhaps what is happening.
正如刚才提到的，我们不明白现在到底发生什么事情，为什么发生？
It seems to us that situations are rather dire.
对我们来说，现在的情况也是非常困难和无助。
But still, would it be that God, for us, still shines through?
可是神对我们的话还是仍然可以，就是照耀着我
That
们。
we have not, with all these things happening, that we have not lose sight of God and to know who He
在
is.
这些发生的事情里面，我们没有看不见神，还是不知道他是谁。
That we can still thank Him for the fact that He changes not. He's the same
我们可以
yesterday.
感谢神，因为他永不改变，他是昨日、今日，直到永远都是一样的神。
He is still very much in control when it doesn't
他仍然
appear.
在掌权，虽然我们好像看不见。
When without us perhaps realizing that He's still watching over us.
他仍然呢是在看顾我们，
He's still watching over us with tender loving
他仍
care.
然是在看顾我们，用他的慈爱和柔细。
Even though we may have lost our
虽然我们
job,
可能没有了工作，
we may have just
我
become
们可能我们的工资减少了，
that we realize that God is still the one who is watching over us with tender loving
可是我
kindness.
们仍然看见神用他非常温柔慈爱的爱来
How
看顾我
we
们。
really need the Lord to turn our eyes to Him at all
我们何
times.
等需要神将我们的眼目转向主。
And even in such situation that we are facing, that we should know that God has not stopped working.
就算我们现在在这样的时间里面，我们知道神没有停止他的工作，
God is still wanting to work out His purposes, especially in the church, especially in His people.
神呢仍然要按照他的旨意和计划来工作，特别是在教会和属于他的人当中。
Perhaps we'll just read. We read a verse from John's Gospel.
我们会读约翰福音的一些经文。
We just read a verse from chapter 5.
我们读约翰福音第5章。
We'll read verse 17.
第17节，
約翰福音第5章第
约翰福音第5章第17节。
But Jesus answered them, Father worketh hitherto, and I work.
约翰福音第5章第17节，耶稣就对他们说：“我父做事直到如今，我也做事。”
God is saying that he's still at work.
神说他仍然在工作，
He's still working right through, this time.
甚至在现今的时间里面，他还是不停地在工作。
We may not see his work. It may not be apparent or evident to us.
虽然他的工作好像不是很明显，
But be very sure, as this verse tells us, God is still working.
可是我们要确信，就是好像这节经文告诉我们，神仍然在工作，
So does the Lord.
主也一样。
And how we can thank God for this.
我们可以为了这件事情，我们感谢神。
And we can only hope and pray that God's work can be found
因
in
此
us.
可以盼望祷告神的工作在我们的身上，能够在我们身上。
That He can work in our
他可以
family.
在我们的家人工作，
His work can truly be extended in the
他的
church
工作能够在教会里面被扩展，
and perhaps even throughout this world.
甚至在这个世界里面。
God is definitely not taking a break from, if you like, this lockdown.
神没有在这个留在家里的这个关闭里面，神
If anything,
在
God
休
is still
息，神没有
wanting
在休息。
to bring His work through in us, in the church.
神是更加想在这个时候呢，将他的工作透过教会来带出来。
Through these circumstances, I'm sure God has things for us to
在
learn.
像这样的情况里面呢，主肯定有他要我们熟悉的东西。
Yes, with this confinement or lockdown,
所以我们现在好像被关闭、受限制，
doesn't mean that God cannot work and that we have
不代
nothing
表
to
神
learn.
不能工作，我们没有东西可以学习。
May we find still that God can teach us through these times.
我们希望神在这段时间里面仍然可以教导我们。
能夠喺我哋裏邊揾到佢嘅工作。
I know with children at home,
知道在家里有小朋友的时候，
it may seem, this is quite a difficult thing for
或者
parents.
对家长来说是一件非常困难的事情。
In my mind, I was also thinking that this is a time when they are not so much influenced by the world.
所以在我心里面，我就想到这段时间呢，他不是真的是那么，他们没有那么多被世界影响。
That being at home now, as it were, being cut away or brought away from the world that they would otherwise be in.
就好像他们在家的时候，就被逼要就是从他们之前在的世界里面被分开出
Isn't
来
it。a good opportunity for us as parents to be of greater influence?
对我们做家长的来说，这个是一个好机会，让我们在他们身上有更大的影响。
That God can, through this time, also work in these children in bringing them.
希望在这段时间里面呢，神也可以在这些小孩子身上工作，把他们带到主那里。
This is just one example. A thought that that even with a very difficult situation, God still can have opportunity to work.
就像现在就是在一个很困难的时间里面，神仍然可以有机会去工作。
We know that that situation may be
我们知
difficult.
道 环境或许不一样。
But we can still praise our God, for we see, as He says, that He is still working and He's looking to do His work.
可是我们仍然能够赞美神，因为他仍然在工作，我们仍然看见他的工作。
And how, when we begin to realize what God is doing,
当我们真的开始领会到神在做什么的时候，
or the opportunity that God is actually putting before us for His work to be
是
done,
神放在我们面前的机会，让他的工作能够被成就的时候，
may the Lord actually help us to lay
求
hold.
主真的帮助我们抓紧这些的机会。
I think the time is up, so I will
时间到了，我在这里结束。
perhaps brother could end in prayer.
可以叫弟兄为我们祷告。天上的父神，我们满心的感谢。
Truly thankful.
我哋唔單止為著弟兄係上聯，真係有喺工作上係有好多嘅成果，我哋感謝。
不單只是為了弟兄在上一年他在工作上面有很多的成果，我們來感謝你。
Work last year.
我哋更感謝你，弟兄喺真係想申請轉工，但係你喺呢個唔俾佢新嘅工作裏邊，你今日俾佢睇見係為咗乜嘢？
甚至是我們感謝你，雖然弟兄他要申請轉工作，可是你沒有給他這工作，而你今天給他看見為什麼你沒有給他這些工作。
What it is all about.
主，我哋實在知道你嘅智慧。
主，我們實在知道你的智慧比我們
Your
高，
wisdom is above ours.
你的道路比我們高。
Your way is above ours.
幫助我哋，叫我哋能夠真係學到好似弟兄或者好似哈巴谷，我哋能夠到你面前。
主要幫助我們，讓我們能夠學習到，好像弟兄或者像哈巴谷一樣，來到你面前等候。
主，我哋深信有一日我哋能夠睇見主，你係對我哋係何等嘅。
主，我們深信有一天我們真的可以看到你對我們是何等的美善。
How with loving kindness you are towards us.
主，我哋亦都特別，真係我哋將喺呢段時間，我哋好似要進入一個新嘅咁樣嘅生活嘅方式嘅裏邊，我哋有。
主，我們也特別將這段時間交託給你，好像我們要再進入一個新的生活的方式。
我哋感謝你，因為真係萬物改變，但係你唔會改變。
主，我們感謝你，雖然萬物改變，可是你不會改變。
我哋更感謝你，你係話係父作事，直到如今，子也作事。
主，我們感謝你說父做事，直到如今，子也在做事。
求主幫助我哋，叫我哋能夠跟得
主啊，
上你的工作。
求你幫助我們，讓我們能夠跟上你的工作。
我哋祈禱，感謝奉主耶穌嘅名。
禱告，感謝奉主耶穌的名，阿門，阿門。